Good evening and welcome to Nightfall in Amsterdam. Tonight we are joining one of our werewolves as she sets out to again try to recover the remains of a unusual creature found in the basement of a burned building. Last time she had set out on this journey, she got sidetracked, caught up in some of the details, and unfortunately didn't make much progress. What is known at this point is that the body or the remains have been moved to some sort of secure location, but it is unknown where that may be. She has gotten some information already on more on what was happening in that place originally from the kinfolk. So hopefully she can find someone who can give her a lead to the remains.
Um, so essentially, Air is going to first start digging around about maybe at the library for newspaper articles on this corpse. Maybe see if there have been other updates there. She's been preoccupied with other things in between.
All right. Do you have a specific library or just whatever, like local city library?
Local city library.
And then there's because there's a couple for universities, a couple of private ones. So want to make sure.
Right.
This time of the evening, it's relatively empty in here. Fairly spacious library, um, modernized. They will be able to get yourself set up relatively quickly. Um, they have physical copies of the newspapers and the computers. Well, if you have a plan for which you prefer.
Uh, uh, she'll just the physical copies. She knows those she can at least pick up, search, and nobody's what she was looking for.
All right. So, a fair point. There's a fairly good organizational system for hard copies of newspapers. Um, so you're able to start getting through the most recent and the local ones fairly easily. You do find a couple of different ones. Some that talk about it being taken for investigation um, by Interpol. Some claim a private company was contracted to do it. There's a couple of different notes indicating that a couple of academics were heard commenting on it, you know, making statements, that sort of thing. Mostly associated with the local university. Roll me a perception investigation.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Standard.
Yes.
Damn. Talk.
Hello. Hello.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
See, I have 4 successes on my perception and investigation.
So you notice that a couple of the local newspapers, the article references another page, but you can't find that page.
Paper or page?
Like
Sorry, the dog making noise, kind of.
the next page. So it'll be a cover story. Like the first paragraph or two references a later page, and then that
Okay.
later page just doesn't seem to exist.
Doesn't seem to. Oh, great.
Like it's missing.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, missing page of the newspaper. Goody. She'll roll her eyes at this lack of paper, and check to see if maybe the page fell out along her way.
Roll me a perception alertness.
On. Skin moving a little. 2 successes.
You hear some papers further down the table rustling, but you are the only one at the table.
She kind of looks around for the rustling sound.
Okay. You notice a stack of papers that is seems to be moving of its own accord.
Okay, is going to make her way towards the moving stack of papers.
You will notice as you do that the very delicate hand seems to reach through and manipulate them, kind of flipping through them. The hand does not appear attached to anyone, however.
That's
Then it grasps one of them
I've
and
seen
it
stranger
withdraws
things.
it. And as the hand pulls back, the paper and the hand seem to disappear.
She's going to raise an eyebrow and pick up the remainder of the stack of papers.
You hear a voice as you do.
And look to see if any of them are her missing page.
The voice says, "I'm going to be needing those. I'm sorry." And you feel a tugging.
Papers as I grab them.
Yeah, like someone is trying to pull them away.
You can have them here momentarily. I'm just looking really quickly for something.
So you are currently talking to thin air. And the papers seem to be trying to be tugged through almost a hole in space.
I just got.
What's that you cut out?
Did you just say I just got tugged through a hole?
Well, the papers did. Like someone's trying to pull them through.
She's not giving up the papers. And what's the gauntlet here?
It would be probably 7.
Okay. I'm gonna try to peek. I have 3 successes to peek. I'm holding on to these papers.
Whatever it is, it was not coming from the Umbrel side.
All right. Well, she's not giving up the papers. You said that there's a hole that the papers are being pulled through or attempting to be.
Correct.
And
As you're kind of playing like a tug of war here, the suddenly you hear the voice and he just says, "Don't bother at all." And he just kind of lets go abruptly and you stumble back a little bit.
papers still in hand.
Yep. The hole disappears.
She gives an annoyed but quiet growl and through the pages.
And as you do, the man walks around the corner, fairly well covered. He's got like a hooded robe type on, and can't even make out his face as he looks at you. He says, "I say there, miss, are you quite all right? You seem like quite the spill." Can roll
It's a
me
little close, kind of like a hood.
wits. Go with the wits and alertness on this one.
Okay. Two.
The voice sounds quite a bit like the one that had just been coming through the hole.
She kind of pulls the newspapers closer because hood in the middle of a library isn't sketchy at all.
Yeah. He comes over and he says, "We have another stool that's loose. It's been an ongoing issue."
She nods, and the look on her face, she's like, yeah, loose stools.
He says, "Oh, my apologies on that. Can I assist you? Something you're looking for?"
I have what I'm looking for, as she holds the papers.
Good, good. Well, I'm glad to hear you were able to find everything.
Well, we'll see.
You
don't by chance happen to have the missing sheet, do you?
Yeah, I just kind of looks at you and says, I'm afraid I don't understand. Our archives here should be fairly complete. Especially with, and he kind of leans over it, doesn't touch it, but he looks at it, he says, something as recent as that.
She did not necessarily him, but she did see one of the papers disappear into the hole, correct?
Correct.
We'll see about that. And she kind of brings a hand, her other hand.
You cut out really bad. I heard something about brings your other hand.
Oh, she kind of holds the papers in one hand and puts a hand to her ear. Well, I guess we'll see about that.
Well, is there a specific topic you're studying? Perhaps I can point you in the right direction as well. Something tells me you're not looking at the local football scores.
She kind of chuckles. Nope. Just trying to the missing page of that one of the papers I'm reading. It's always good to stay informed. It's been a while since I read the paper.
Yeah, too many young people who don't bother reading the paper anymore. They get all their news off their Facebook and Twitter.
She's like, yeah. Not too keen on those myself. And she starts pages in there. See if any of them fit the page she's looking for.
You don't see anything.
Huh?
I said you don't see any that match the missing one. But he says, yeah, it's strange. We've had a number of people in digging through newspapers lately.
No. Kind of carefully folds the papers up.
Yeah, a couple men in some black suits were in earlier.
Like, literally, the men in black. She kind of laughs.
Some sort of businessmen, I suppose. They claim to be investors researching properties and looking into different recent history.
Damn shame. Because the one page that I was trying to, read isn't here. It's missing out of the paper I was just reading.
Which is rather unfortunate to a degree.
She just kind of looks at him like, she wants the fucking.
You're breaking up really bad.
Okay. She gives him an annoyed look because she recognizes his voice. And it's almost an impatient, quit playing games with me look.
Okay. Yeah. Guy just continues to look you in the eye. And finally, he looks around a little bit. And as he puts one hand up to his forehead and he rubs it, you get a better glance, and his hands almost seem to have like a metallic sheen to the skin. And he holds out his hand towards you, and then gestures towards the table with the other one, and he says,
Okay.
Let me show you what I think these so-called investors were after.
Please do.
He takes the papers, lays them out, and then he sets down as well a number of other tabloids and stuff that you hadn't even considered. Sets them all together, points to a couple of different lines, ends up taking out like a highlighter, and starts marking out, and he says, each of these different publications has unique details. Each author, each writer published different pieces of information, perhaps gathered from multiple sources. Therein lies the problem that these individuals had. You combine enough of the pieces, and it seems like he's just almost shuffling papers, and you start to see a couple other ones that that you didn't have in the pile. And he says, and suddenly all the pieces fit. And it all makes sense. You see, we have stories from 3 different university researchers that speak of examining the body. We have a private contractor examining the body. And we have it being taken by government officials to be studied further. The 3 professors aren't named, except where they're quoted individually in separate articles. What we can discern from those separate articles is that the individuals in question here were all scientists specializing in quantum physics or advanced biology and genetics, which seems to me to be an awful odd group to bring in on a forensic exam. But
I agree. And she's kind of, in her mind, she's like, oh, shit.
the private contractor is one that normally handles storage and transport of biohazards. They are used for high crime details, such as evidence taken from terrorist attacks, that sort of thing. Which seems like an awful excessive length to go simply for some unusual remains from a house fire.
Rather excessive.
Yeah, and rarely does Interpol bother itself with a house fire, even if it is arson.
She just kind of nods.
But we also have that all 3 of the professors were spoken to at a regular restaurant, pub, whatever you wish to call it. And yes, it's one that does, in all fairness, tend to be frequented by many of the academics. But it also sits 1 building over from the local headquarters of our transport corporation. Seems a strange place for them to have an office. It's not even on a shipping route, so their main staff can't even reach them there. Yeah, looks, and he says, furthermore, the warehouse 2 blocks over that sits near the docks was seized by Interpol 3 months ago after a drug trafficking raid. Which again you will note relatively nearby. Interpol does occasionally get involved in drug trafficking depending on quantity, but rarely do they bother seizing entire properties or holding them for any amount of time once the investigation's been completed. So it seems our unique involved parties perhaps have more in common than previously thought. If I were going to transfer something highly secure, I was going to use a contracted company that specialized in such things. Well, convenient place might be a warehouse held by Interpol, marked as a conflict zone, meaning you've minimized your chances of interference. Conveniently right in the region to have easy water access should your property in question need to be vacated.
She's just kind of listening and looking him over like,
Roll me a perception alertness.
he's one.
You hadn't noticed that first, but as you've been talking to him, his other hand has been kind of working in the background, and it seems every once in a while to reach into, almost like it's reaching under the table, come back out holding a book, reach under the table again, and the book is gone. With his other hand, he points down and he says, "Here would be the likely locations. This warehouse property, a couple blocks from the corporate office of the transport company, but on the main road." Conveniently allowing coastal access. What you wish to do with that information is up to you, but there you have it.
Oh. You certainly seem to know a lot.
He looks and says, "You specialize in putting together patterns."
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Okay. Oops. All right. I'm on. Okay, out of character. I'm out on my phone right now. So, Please bear with me, okay?
That shouldn't be a problem.
Well, my character, she's probably somewhere in the library, so she looks like she's like about 12 years old. So she's like 5'2" ish. She's like 3'6", about 50 pounds. She had like long, platinum blonde hair. And if you look closer, she have like light sapphire blue eyes. So she's probably sitting on one corner by herself reading a book on some sort of like lords or something.
All right, so probably some sort of like myths and fairy tales type.
Yeah, probably something like that.
So you would have noticed this strange robed man who's been talking to this young woman over at the one of the main library tables. But from your vantage, you would have more easily seen him. It looked almost like he was just sliding books onto the like one of the chairs that was pushed in onto the table. But having watched, you've seen that he's now put about 6 books there, but yet you only see one on the chair. So you can definitely tell something's going on over there. That he's, these books, something's not right. But he's going through newspapers with this young woman at the same time.
Okay. I probably would like to just like move closer to you guys to you guys. Probably like try to like do stealthily a little bit.
All right. Yeah. So the easiest probably would be to just like a dexterity and subterfuge, which I can, if you're on your phone, I can roll for you. Pull up the dice roller here.
Sure. My dice rolls 3, so
All right. So 3 dice. Uh,
probably not good.
no, you. I mean, you were able to get closer, but they did kind of notice you. Um,
Oh, great.
the the gentleman kind of looks at you and sees you reading fairy tales, and he kind of shrugs you off a little bit.
Air kind of follows his glance, but returns her focus back to the situation at hand. Go to some patterns.
It's a specialty of mine. You have a fascination with such things.
Oh.
As a child, I was obsessed with a Rubik's Cube. Got to the point it would be less than a minute to solve them. There were patterns to those. Crossword puzzles became boring. 3-dimensional puzzles. Studied statistics, but found that to be beyond boring. I like patterns, but the patterns that are functional, that generate something. Studied some physics, those sorts of things.
You're kind of a genius, huh?
No, just shapes and numbers.
I used to be like using my heightened sense to see these guys are they friendly or they're not or something like that. Can I do that?
Um, so as like you're trying to read their auras, or
Yeah, like that. Like really early or I used yeah, I have the auspice one, so that's why I probably can just using heightened sense to see if they have some sort of like uh friendly error or hostile error.
so with one, you're more picking up on like physical. You would
Mm-hmm.
notice that, like if they're breathing fast or um, increased heart rate. You can use it to kind of pick up on their like a perception empathy to kind of pick up on how they carry themselves. So it's not really a true aura reading, but
Okay.
I don't know what your perception empathy dice pool is offhand.
Perception. I got oh perception and what? Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, John. What's
Yep.
perception and
And empathy.
empathy? I have 7.
Right. So you had 4 successes on that one, so you can tell they seem fairly amiable. I mean, they're talking, they're civil. There didn't seem to be anything real concerned.
Yeah. Okay, great. All right. I probably just get comment like moving a little bit. Like I'll probably move in a little bit to see what I can hear, what they're talking about, the conversation.
All right. So Ari, you would notice that this 12-year-old, she seems kind of curious and is, you know, maybe just because you guys are one of the only other people in here,
Yes.
but she's kind of moved a little bit closer, and the guy you were with kind of looks a little bit and dismisses her again, but he says, "Well, like I say, this is what I've been able to put together so far, but I'm not one to go kicking down doors of Interpol."
Who said anything about kicking down doors? She just kind of smiles.
He looks at you and then kind of turns towards the glances towards the girl and says, "Well, we've attracted some diverse interests with this story, certainly, but you don't seem the sort to be writing a investigative paper for the school newspaper."
I'm gonna use scent of the true form on this guy. I already know he's something weird based on what I've saw and voice recognition.
Okay.
So perception, primal urge. This is all based on number of successes. It says standard in the book.
Is that targeted for an individual, or does that tell you like everybody around you?
I think it's targeted individual, but I'm on it in the book, so let me see here. The Philodox is able to scent the truth of those she meets, literally sniffing out an individual's true form. So I guess whatever, if I can smell it, I can pick it up. 1 success identifies a normal. 2 detects vampire, changeling, demon, mummy, or Pharaoh. 4 successes needed to sniff out a mage, ghoul, or femori. The imbued registers normal humans to this gift.
Right.
Unfamiliar scents aren't automatically recognized. But I think it's safe to say that with who she's had encounters with, a lot there probably isn't much she doesn't recognize.
Yeah, probably.
Some Pharaoh might be unrecognized, but he's encountered a good chunk of
Yes.
other types. So.
All right, then. What's that?
I have 2 successes.
So you're not sure on him, but you know that the young girl there is a vampire.
And she'll kind of glance at the little girl that he seemed to repeatedly dismiss.
Well, I guess.
And she's going to offer the girl a kind of wolfish grin.
Oh god.
But she doesn't say anything.
Actually, now, can I use my lord, intelligent lord to guess who she is, or?
I would give you if you want to make a perception awareness to realize she's something unusual.
Okay, yes. My dice roll should be 6 for perception awareness.
All right.
So, yeah. Excuse me.
I think you got 1 success. So you know she's definitely something supernatural.
Okay.
Your heightened senses would tell you that she is breathing and.
So I'm assuming she's definitely not a vampire. For sure.
Right.
Right. Okay. Can I roll my lore of werewolf to see if she is a werewolf?
I think just at this point, because she hasn't shown any real traits, it'd be kind of hard to tell.
Okay, no, forget it. Forget that.
You know?
I didn't go up to. I didn't go up to them to see, sort of like walking by, sort of in a way, to see what they're looking at, and to try to listen in what they're talking about.
Yeah, right. I assumed you weren't just standing next to them at the table. I figured you're kind of loitering in the area. You walk around, you maybe look at what's on the shelves nearby, or look at a poster or something.
Exactly.
I kind of gave you the benefit of the doubt on that one. I didn't think you would stroll up and just stand there.
No, not
stare at them. That would be weird.
That's usually a good tip off. You're up to something.
Right.
Maybe I should just do that. Actually, maybe I should. Maybe I should just do that. Since I have my character sort of a little bit creepy, but yeah. But anyway.
Well, and you can always play that little kid who doesn't have the default filter.
All right.
You know,
Actually, no, I can do that. Sorry, you know what? Because of my character's nature, she probably would do that. So yes, I can do that right now. That's what my character can do. That's what my character can do. She's just like like stand near them, but like just looking at them in a really strange way. That's what my character's doing.
Her eyes kind of glance between the patternist and this vampire girl.
he just kind of shrugs and just, well, don't look at me. Public library, anyone can come and go.
She just kind of shrugs. I don't have a problem with anyone who wants to come to the library.
So who are you guys? Like she gave you this blind, like blinking her eyes, looking at you, as like saying that. Who are you guys?
Just kind of, we're library patrons, just like you.
Really? Can I sit next to you? Like she blink her eyes a little bit more.
The man in the robe says, "Actually, I believe we were just wrapping up. Unfortunately, I have another appointment yet this evening."
Well, she kind of half smirks at him. I appreciate your help, and next time you don't have to play games. She chuckles.
Yeah,
My name's Air Sigurdsson, and she holds out a hand towards him.
he looks at you and he says, "My name's Eason." He said, "And if you think it's a game, maybe you need to read the paper once in a while." And he kind of chuckles and smirks as he walks away. He turns down one of the aisles out of sight.
And she kind of looks at the girl. Seen you in the city before. Though I suppose there are many I haven't met yet. You got a name?
So what's your name, miss? Would you like to tell me your name?
Raises an eyebrow.
If you tell me your name, I'll tell you my name.
She raises an eyebrow and she's like, "You didn't hear any of that, did you? You off in La La Land?"
As I turn my head a little bit to the side, what conversation? She has smiled.
My name's Air Sigurdsson.
Nice to meet you. My name is Sophie Jansen.
Sophie Jansen.
Yes.
And you're like, what? 10? The girl
12.
over.
12, to be correct. So, who's your friend? Ethan.
He's an acquaintance. We've only just met.
Sounds interesting.
He is indeed an interesting fellow.
Will I meet him again?
I don't know.
Oh. So, what are you doing?
Well, what am I doing? And she looks at the papers in front of her. Reading.
While are you reading? Can I read it with you?
Means read. She's kind of raising an eyebrow. She's not sure what to think. She knows this kid is a vampire, but
Anything I can help?
I don't know.
I don't know too.
Um, She kind of looks around the library. Considering the conversation that was just had, she's still making sure no one else is here.
So
No, it's quite empty.
actually, am I able to hear from the conversation from where I was sitting at, or John?
They weren't talking real loud, so you might have heard bits and pieces, but you wouldn't have heard like, the whole conversation.
Okay.
Takes a seat and pats the chair next to her.
Where are you going? We're just starting to get to know each other.
It's for her to say. How up to date on the goings on in the city are you?
Not too long.
So it's safe to say you're quite new.
Sort of. Yes.
What time is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
By this point, it would probably be getting towards like 9 o'clock.
So probably safe to say the library is probably getting close to closing.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe we can go out to look for what I've heard that your friend's looking for.
I'm the one doing the looking.
Maybe I can help.
Perhaps.
In places.
And she does kind of motion for her to look over the article she's reading so she doesn't have to publicly or out loud say what she's doing should anyone stumble in last minute. She'll set like direct articles in front of her.
I should, yeah. Can I also take a quick glance at the page that she's reading? The picture she's reading at?
Yeah, you're able to read through them.
Okay. So, okay. All right.
I need to remove that from its current location. And that's all she says.
Oh, okay. I'll grab the paper and just like sort of shove it into my bag. There you go. Ta-da.
Air at this point looks at her like, what the fuck just happened?
You say to remove the newspaper, so I removed it for you. Right.
Oh boy. You can leave the newspaper here.
Well, you said that was very dangerous.
Let's put these away and go for a walk.
Where are we walking to? Are we going to the red light districts?
Safe place.
Safe place. Safe places are for kids. Right. Right.
You are, for all intents and purpose, a kid.
She stared at you blankly. Like, I'm not a kid. I don't know that.
All right. Air just starts walking towards the door of the library.
She follows you. So
And
we
when
have
she
fun.
steps outside, she kind of looks around.
So we're gonna have fun today, right?
Your definition of fun. I'm calling it work.
Okay. What's the...
Put it this way. I need to remove the item mentioned in the article.
Well, let's go.
And it's unlikely going to be easy.
Well, if you don't try...
I don't know what your abilities are, but I well know my own.
Well, I can try.
What are you skilled at?
Well, you can try to be distraction. If you want me to be.
And what happens if, say, the police become involved because there is a child causing trouble running around?
Exactly. There you go. So you can get all the attention off you. Right?
Oh. Possibly. I mean, what are the consequences if you're caught?
Absolutely nothing. I'm a kid, right?
Nothing.
Well, not absolutely nothing that I know of, but yeah.
But they will likely detain you, and who are you going to call?
Call my mommy.
Raises an eyebrow.
It's okay. Well, I can call my mommy. She can help me out. Well, if you do want to get the item or not, I mean, I can try to help. Unless your friend Ethan can
Why
be
don't
like, I'm sure she'll be really upset if you don't get remove that item.
why don't you just keep an eye on things when I do my thing?
Sure, I'll make sure I can keep my 4 big eyes on you. Okay?
4 big eyes.
Yes, 4 big eyes.
Hmm. Uh, Air first wants to check out the transportation place or the building they talked about where the transport went.
Oh, their branch office.
Yes, yes. But give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, they're going. Air wants to head over there. It was mentioned that there was like a restaurant or a bar nearby.
Yeah, there's like a pub next door.
Okay. She's gonna stand outside the pub and kind of check the building out from the outside there. Are there lots of windows or cameras or?
No, it actually seems relatively unsecure.
All right.
So how do you want to do this?
Just gonna kind of I want you to just stay put.
Okay.
I'm going somewhere you can't go, and we have no means of communication, so just stay put.
All right.
Anything happens to me, you are to
To defense.
contact or find a way to contact a man named she wants her to contact.
Who? Who?
She seems to be contemplating.
I can contact Ethan for you if I can find him.
And she says, a man named Marcus Steele.
Okay. Where can I find him?
I'm sure some of your kind will know. Smiles.
Okay.
Sit tight.
All right.
And Air's going to find an appropriate place that's out of sight to slip into the Umbra.
Okay.
And what's the gauntlet?
Here it is actually 8.
Oh god, I am spending willpower. And it's a good thing that I spent the willpower for an auto success. Damn. So how does the Umbra look over here?
There is lots of steel and cables and wire.
What kind of spirits are in the vicinity?
None.
That's kind of creepy. Weird. I guess her plan ideally is to check out the inside of this building if she can get into it through the Umbra.
There's windows and doors here, so.
She might as well make use of a door. She's gonna give herself an old tour of the building via the Umbra.
Give me a perception primal urge.
Okay, if my screensaver will come up, I'll do that. Come on. Sorry, I hate when my computer does this. Come on. Nope.
Okay, there. You need me to pull up and roll for you.
I can. It's just that the screensaver is doing the slow load back onto the normal screen thing because it came up. I've been trying not to let it get there, but I failed. All right. We're almost there. Oh, come on. You said in Primal Urge?
Yep.
And what's the diff? Standard?
Yes.
Two.
So you feel like you're being watched, even though there's no spirits in the area.
And she is going to look around. See if there's anything at all in here.
So, like, go through the building looking around?
Yeah, she's going to look around the building, but she's also going to look around her.
Oh, like where she is currently?
Yeah, for anything that seems off. She feels like she's being watched.
Roll me a perception alertness or investigation.
Oh my god, this screensaver.
Why is it coming up that quick?
I don't know.
Is your laptop plugged in?
Yes. And I thought I shut the screensaver off.
I'll look at it after.
Come on. Shouldn't be doing this at all.
I got your dice pull off your sheet, so just to keep rolling.
Yeah.
Apparently I can't type. So you had 2 successes. Kind of like tucked into the steel and the cabling and stuff, you do see all small like camera lenses.
In the Umbra?
Yep.
That doesn't sound good.
No. How small is the spaces? Or how small is the space they're in?
I mean, they're kind of like woven into the cables and stuff, so that's part of why you didn't notice them at first, is the cables kind of wrap around them and stuff.
I am going to try to dig my claws into them and destroy them.
Okay. Obviously they're not avoiding, so if you want to just roll damage.
I will as soon as
I guess I can. Claws are what? Strength +2?
Strength plus claws, yeah, or strength +1 egg at diff 6.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I got it. My computer's back up for me. So I can roll. Yay.
Right.
Let me have my sheet now. Okay, there we go. Dex brawl at 6. 6. Well, I have to actually roll to see if I do anything, but
I was going to assume you could.
Well, I figure I can hit him, but that helps me roll damage for what I need to roll.
Sure.
2, so I automatically. All right. So. Oh, I suppose I needed to shift before I do that if I'm using claws.
I probably would.
Yeah, so I will just burn the rage to go to Glabro because I have claws in Glabro. Okay, so I get a whopping 7 dice. All right, so I got 3 for damage.
So you are able to damage it, at which point you start to hear a strange, almost whooping siren, like a fire alarm siren, from below in the building.
I'm gonna move, but I'm gonna move quickly.
Okay.
Further investigate.
As you start moving, you
in a
also
timely fashion.
You do realize that in the room or in the building here, you can feel your gnosis start to be drained off.
Oh, great. So I'm being spiritually attacked.
It's more of like almost like if you think like a gravity well idea. Like it's just siphoning off that energy.
Right. So yeah, I really gotta keep moving. I don't see anything though that like might resemble what I'm looking for.
Not here, no.
then I'm getting the hell out.
All right.
Where I basically can't risk being seen in there.
Roll me a. Let's see here. As you're heading down, give me a perception investigation.
Okay. So does the little person outside, little vampire outside, hear sirens? No, okay.
Yeah.
One success.
With one success, you see a like a computer, like a data room.
A data room? Ow. What was that?
You know, somehow I got double loaded, and it was giving me a feedback loop.
Oh. Okay,
Sorry about that, because I was on my laptop, so I just logged in, so that's why. Sorry about that.
So I see a data room.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything special about this data room?
There's a computer terminal with a screen turned on.
What does the screen seem to say?
It's got like a list. It's scrolling through records.
Oh. Does it stop on anything?
Seems to be flipping through multiple entries right now. You do see across the bottom that it's a security breach. But it's shows a number of the large remains being transported through the warehouse region, through like a warehouse building. And it does show two men in suits standing over it. And you hear them discussing anomalies. What's that?
Bodies. Yeah, the actual bodies. There's.
You just see the unusual remains. These large, like femur. You just see like large femurs and really oversized bones.
And this isn't this building, it's the warehouse?
Yeah, you can see it's from a warehouse. But it seems to be on the Umbral side. And they are standing in front of some sort of machine.
And I'm assuming my gnosis is still being siphoned?
Yes.
Well, I can't stay in here forever, otherwise I'll never be able to leave the Umbra.
Right.
So, I need to book it out of here and, get back to where I was and pop into the physical.
Okay.
Or get outside and pop.
So you're able to get outside relatively quickly.
Okay. Actually, do I see anything outside where I am?
On the mortal side, the building hasn't changed. It's a dark office building. you saw her turn down an alley, and the building next door was the one she said she was going to investigate. So,
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna also shift back to Hamid once I'm out of the building. Glabra was totally safe, but best to be 100% safe.
right. All right, so you get outside and you shift, and then you're going to step back to the physical realm,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Which you're able to do with relatively little issue.
Oh, okay. Well, now she's kind of like, well, crap, if I set that off and they're going through security, I need to move even faster.
So I assuming I see you coming out around the corner.
Yeah, moving fairly quickly. Quickly, but not super quick so as to draw attention.
Okay. Is everything okay?
And she kind of just puts an arm around your shoulder and just uh, moves you along.
Okay. All right. I just can go along with you.
I'm not upset. uh,
I hope things are okay. While she's walking alongside with you.
well, I need to go check out the second building now. That may be a bit more dangerous.
Sorry,
But it needs to be done in a timely fashion.
Well, dangerous normally. Do you need help?
I might need some eyes again.
All right.
And
Okay. So I assuming once you go around the corner, I can hide somewhere like be on scene. Is that okay?
well, first we need to. That sounds fine. Once we figure out what the area for the secondary dock building
Actually, if
where
I
it
do
is.
if I do something in the physical world, you should be able to see spiritual world, right?
Depends on what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I figure you should try to do something like to alert you. Maybe that'll help you to to hunt you to get out the whatever you get out the spiritual. I mean, just this is for all like all character so actually. So I'm just wondering. I'm asking you. So that's why I'm asking you like all characters. Is that okay with you or it's not okay with you?
It should be, as long as that was actually my next question. Does she have a reflection in the Umbra?
Um,
Well, actually, I do have the background. Like, actually, I don't know if my background works helps. I do have the background of the deceptive aura. I don't know if that helps.
That's more just how you appear.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I see.
Vampires don't really have much of a reflection typically. I think they would still have some because they're actually fairly permanent, even more so than mortals because of stasis.
Right.
Okay,
So she
maybe
has some sort of something.
Yeah,
maybe I can do something on the physical world too. If you see something breaks or something in the spiritual world, that mean let's put it this way. How about this, Holly? If you something breaks around in the spiritual world, that's mean I did something to belong to. Is that okay?
Repeat that.
If I do if you're in spiritual world, if I if you're an umbra, um, if I do something, if you see something breaks, like in a distance where I supposedly at, waiting for you, that's my hint. Maybe that can be a hint to you, your character, that to get out there as soon as possible.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah. For example, if I'm point A right now, if I see something, I try to break something, like something to launch you, then the umbrella you see something for that where I'm supposed to be at point A, and you're at point B, you're looking at me, you that'd be alert to you. That's just not fine.
Hmm. Right.
Well, it's just some sort of distraction, basically, in a way, to launch you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
It's not fine.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So I guess we can move to wherever we need to go right now, to the second building.
right.
All right. Okay.
Yep. What's this? It's a warehouse building over by the docks. I recall we were told.
yep.
Okay. Are there any like I assume there are like a lot of boxes, like the crates or something like that, right, John?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some sort of like debris in the alleys and stuff.
Okay. Holly, how about this? I'll hide. Um, sorry. Holly, no, Ara, Erica, just like character thing. Sorry.
Yep.
Here.
How about that? Hide by those crates over there by the front by the door near near the front door. I'll wait there for you. And you do whatever you need to do. If anything happens, I'll make some sort of gesture along to alert. Is that fine?
Perfect.
All right. I'll see you a bit.
Right. And so it's a bunch of crates and stuff.
Yeah,
Is it just
there's
the one warehouse or there multiple? Like,
they're spaced out. There's a couple on the street, but um,
he
yeah,
mentioned
they're
it was close to water
But which
if
one?
needed. So
Which one? Which warehouse are you going to though?
she motions uh towards the water because if I like I said, if I recall, it was mentioned that it was on the water in case it needs to be handled and disposed of, basically.
So basically the one near the water, basically.
And Yeah. So Air's going to step on the other side of the crate from where she's at and kind of check for cameras.
There does not appear to be any cameras or anything.
Okay. And what's the gauntlet?
Here it is also an 8.
Here goes another willpower. If it's an 8. Ooh, and I spent that willpower again on the Umbra. And she's looking around. Is it devoid of spirits again?
There are Weaver spirits here, and they are integrated into some what appear to be some sort of systems.
All right. She is going, despite my lovely little spirit magnet, I'm going to try to avoid these spirits. To get to this building.
Okay. That would be like probably a deck stealth.
Yeah. And I am going to shift into Lupus too. I don't know if you want me to make a roll for that or have it be auto, but
That's fine.
okay. So I need a deck stealth.
Yes.
Lupus. For this. Perfect. Standard diff.
Yes.
Four.
So you're able to get there with no issues. And you can see on this side the doors are open.
There's a poker head and take actually walking in.
At the far end, you can see the 2 men in the suits again, and they are have all these large bones laid out on a table, and they appear to be attaching things to them.
Do any of these bodies appear to be like burnt?
It looks like this. It's most of it are oversized bones, and they do appear to have been charred or scorched.
So it looks like the burnt remains of that femorai.
Yep. And you can see that they are attaching cables and other mechanical elements.
So I get a feel like this is more of a Weaver type place than Worm.
Yes.
Okay. And these people are all actually in the Umbra, isn't just a reflection?
Right, it's two guys in suits in the
Okay.
Umbra.
How many tables are in this room?
It's just the one large one.
Okay. So would I safely be able to go on as I'm in lupus?
What's that?
Like walk on? Would I safely be able to slip in and walk under the tables, or at least crouch and crawl under the table, being as I'm in lupus?
You could try.
Okay. I'm going. Oh shit! Of course, my thing does that now. I am going to try that.
That'll be another deck stealth.
Okay. My screensaver thing just did it again. Come on. Sorry, my screensaver keeps doing this.
I can go for you.
Yeah. My dice pool was 7.
6 in Hamid. Forget what the dex goes up by in.
Stealth. It
Lupus.
goes. It's up by 2 in lupus.
Okay.
So 8 dice. Then it's 6 in Hamid.
I think I have something up. Hang on. I did something wrong. Yes, I did. So you did not get a success on my roll.
Okay. Well, this should be interesting. So yeah, I attempt to sneak under the table. I'm not very stealthy about it.
Yeah, so you kind of try to sneak in and you end up making noise. They turn and look at you. And or you hear one say to the other, he says, Dr. Morgan, I'm concerned.
I hear what?
One of them says to the other, he says, Dr. Morgan, I am concerned that we perhaps should have commissioned some security protocols beyond the automated defense systems.
Her just kind of stands there knowing that she's been seen. So she tries to just play off just a dog wagging its tail. Like with the tail tucked type deal.
That's great. Yeah.
And they both just kind of look at you, and one looks at the other, and the one who had been addressed first, the one they called Dr. Morgan. He says, is that wolf really sitting? And the other one looks and says, to be fair, doctor, we are wiring up a strange, deformed alien skeleton while standing in a parallel dimension. I feel like this is not really that out of the question. And he leans over, he picks up a large bone off the floor, and he throws it over to you.
She just kind of looks at the bone and then looks back at him.
And he looks, and the other one says, to be fair, we may have not commissioned other defensive systems, but we did commission the failsafe. I mean, they both kind of look at you and shrug, and he says, well, it's true. And about that point, you feel a surge of gnosis from all the Weaver spirits.
Oh no. Okay. I try to figure out what this surge of gnosis is.
Well, you just felt the gauntlet harden.
Oh, great. And she is going to pretty much find herself before she's going to find herself praying to Fenris to bless her with strength to push through this. And she is going to because she knows she's fucked now, basically. And she's going to take Krynos.
All right, go ahead and roll your.
And she's going to my what's that? Roll my gnosis to activate Fangs of the North on my claws.
Sure. That's fine.
Got one success on that. So I've activated it. Exactly what it does. I know it's does frost damage, basically. Come on, of course. I just have to be like... Get a Fenner son in the Fiona. Oh, hey, there we go. Yeah, blue smoke is rolling off of her claws, and they turn to ice, and wounds inflicted turns her. Any individual wounded have one penalty for the rest of the scene. The wounds heal badly, and they're likely to lose limbs, and it gets necrotic. And beings capable of supernaturally healing, they're unable to heal the wounds for the next day per success of the gift's activation.
Gotcha.
So, was there something else you wanted me to roll?
Weren't you going to shift?
Move, demon, get off my... Yeah. Yes. Because I'm in lupus, so... 6, I get 7 to try to shift a Krynos here at this 6. But hey, at least the gift still applies to lupus because I have claws.
Right.
It again to blow a rage to shift.
All right.
Because it needs to happen. Mark down vent. All right. So I spent one rage, 2 willpower, and I think I spent 1 gnosis to get out of the other place. And actually, I did spend 1. Oh no, I didn't spend the 1 to peek. So perfect. Okay. So that's that. I spent a rage to get to Krynos, and I'm activated, ready to tear these turd birds to shreds. But if they're in this other dimension, I have a feeling that they're more than just turd birds. And if they aren't doing anything, if I can make a leap before it comes to this to get at them, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you'd be able to take a leap first if you want.
Well, like it's like a leap claw attack is what I mean.
Oh, that's fine.
The guy closest. Okay.
So you would roll your Dex Athletics to jump first.
Brawl or Dex Athletics.
Yep.
6. I'm not sure if a leap attack is a different difficulty. I'll look at my thing here. Does it fall under a body tackle because it's a leap claw?
What I'm going to do is have you roll the dive, and then that'll add extra dice to your attack roll.
You're going to have me roll what?
So you'll roll your Dex Athletics to dive at it, or to jump at it. Then you'll roll the attack, but your Dex Athletics will carry over.
Okay. So this is the Dex Athletics. Standard diff.
Yes.
So I have 4 successes.
All right, so then you'd roll 3 of those into your attack roll as extra dice.
And that's a Dex brawl. Ooh, I get 10 dice to roll. That should be fun. I have 4 to hit.
All right, well, it's going to hit, so then 3 of those roll over into damage.
Right. Okay. On dice or maybe all of that. I'm so glad. Oh God, I have no successes on damage.
So you do your
I'm so
one.
glad you can't botch damage rolls.
You do your one minimum because it's a minimum 1.
All right.
And then what does your claws do? They're frost and they're like harder to heal or can't heal for a day.
Necrotic, and if it lands a hit, here you go. Any individual wounded by the werewolf's claws suffers a -1 penalty for the rest of the scene as chills rack their body.
All right.
Wounds heal badly, and they're not able to do supernatural healing. You're unable to heal the wounds for 1 day. So yeah, that happened.
All right. So he is at -1. However, the other one pulls out a small chrome pistol and points it at you.
Is it safe to assume this is initiative?
I'm just using this rotation. I'll have you act first.
Oh, okay.
And 2 to hit. I need a book. I thought I had open and didn't.
So I'm gonna spend rage for dodge actions.
Yes, if you want.
Um, let's see, 3 out of 4 rage. Oh, blow. I can spend 2 because that's half of mine. So I will likely blow through those 2 for extra and dodge. 1 of each.
Bear with me here. Alright.
So did he just shoot me?
He did, but it's not a typical gun.
Oh.
Trying to find.
Well, it's a diff 10 to dodge bullets anyway, and I don't think that's going to do any good at pretty much point blank.
Alright. Damage was. There. She will take 3, and it's just lightning damage, which is aggravated but soakable.
God. I have to soak 3. Soak 5.
Okay. And the other one is not does not have an action this round because he got Frostied.
Okay. So I'll use one of those rage rounds here. And I am going to take a swipe at the dude that just shot me with my claws.
Okay.
So. I have 7 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Okay. It's 13 dice. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. That's gonna hurt.
Alright. It's probably not going to be the best, that's for sure. You soak 3 out of 8. You have sufficiently mangled him that he is not doing well.
Okay.
And you still have 1 action left, correct?
Yep. And the guy that I'm now that's pretty much stunned is gonna take the other set of claws.
Okay.
So that leaves me 9. So 4 to hit.
Well, he's not dodging, he's shocked. Not literally, that was you.
I love doing math, haha. So, oh, sweet, because 1s don't cancel out on damage. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, so he takes 3 damage. Up what he already had.
What are these guys doing?
Well, now it puts it back to you for your first action. Top of initiative.
I have 1 rage left, and I kind of sort of have to hold it for an emergency. So, I suppose if it puts it back at top of order and it's my action, they're essentially right next to each other, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So feasibly, I could split my dice pool and take one swipe, two swipe.
Yeah. Yes.
Call it half. I will
Yep.
have 9 dice, so that means
Rounding goes to you, so you got half means you can
So-
use 5 on one and 4 on
5
the
and
other.
1 and 4 on the other, right? Okay, so. All right, so here's the first one at 3. I'm just going to roll both to hits, so they're done. I have a 3 and a 1. A 3, the first hit is obviously going to be the guy with the gun.
Okay.
Because he seems to be more of a threat to me, even though he's pretty
Right.
screwed up, but he has a weapon out. So I don't know if he's dodging, but
No, neither of them have dodge
Okay.
action, so.
All right, so I have 5 to hit on that guy, or 5 damage on that guy. And then, let's see, I just have to, since I had 1, I just hit, so I only have to roll regular damage.
Well, he dies because he soaked 1 of 5. He only had 2 left.
1, 2, and then 3 damage on the other guy.
And he doesn't even have a soak, so you drop both of them.
Oh, goody. Goody, goody.
You only
What
need
kind of
a
machine?
dexterity and athletics check.
Two.
So you jump back just as the bodies are. The device of some sort electrifies both bodies until they are ash.
Well, that's convenient. She kind of looks at the big gulf. Is this device that just
Say what?
made them turn to ash? The device that turned them to ash.
Yeah,
Where did it come from?
it was like an implant in them.
Oh, in them?
Yeah.
Is there anything in this building that I can use to destroy the Fomori body?
You don't really see much on this side. They've got it somewhat reassembled and wired together. But being you're on the Umbral side, there's not a whole lot.
Well, this thing is too big for me to dedicate each and every piece, even though it's already in the Umbra. Dropping it in the water is out of the question. if I drop a blow onto one of the charred bones with my fist, can I see if I can break it?
You can certainly try.
On a strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, for what? Strength or dex brawl?
Strength. I just heard that part. Sorry.
Sorry. So. I have 3 successes. Try to shatter the bones. At least this one piece.
Yeah, that'll definitely shatter. And actually, as it does, the other ones start to break down as the cables, yeah, as the cables connecting them start to come loose.
Okay.
And it appears that the mechanical systems that were being installed were preserving the bones further. So you are left with just the mechanical components that they had been, this system that they were installing on the bones.
And the rest of it is pretty much like shattered.
Yeah, it's splintered and dust.
Splatters. Okay. How does the Umbra feel?
In this room, it's still hardened right now, but you do see some of the Weaver spirits are starting to basically fade as they
As more of the mechanical things start to
well,
go?
just as they exhaust their energy and there's no upkeep.
Okay, she's gonna kind of wait for the for the gauntlet here to not be so difficult power to kind of wear down. She doesn't have much.
So she's just going to kind of wait it out for a little bit for the system to collapse.
Well, right, because if she can't get through the Umbra, if the gauntlet's hardened and everything from the security system, she can't really leave.
Right.
But she also is going to peek. She wants to peek into the physical end of things, and that's kind of hard to do when the gauntlet is like that as well.
All right. Well, it does continue to deteriorate to a point where it's pretty much back to where it was.
So the gauntlet is 8, correct?
Correct.
I'm going to roll my Gnosis to peek. Oh, I have 1 success. Yay! And what's the other side look like?
It's a fairly cluttered warehouse full of crates on shelves, that sort of thing.
Can I see like a broom or bucket or something?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some sort of cleanup equipment.
Essentially, some sort of cleanup equipment where I might be able to sweep all these ashes into, say, like a 5-gallon bucket and dump it in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's going to, God, I have to step into the physical world, so I'll drop back to breed form. Maybe spending lots of notes here. This is the gauntlet. Thankfully, it should be just enough. And I have to go, I will have to meditate and regain my some rate back. Thankfully, I'm not going to blow all of everything, because that would be bad. So yeah, I'm going to spend the Gnosis to get the stuff so I can take it to the Umbra and deal with it.
That's fine.
And then yeah, I'll clean it all up. And get it into this 5-gallon bucket. And I'm going, actually, I am going to, I need to perform a rite of cleansing on this before I just go and dump it into the water.
Okay.
So, give me a second. Rights. I think it's a mystic. Oh no, it's a rite of accord. Well, gee, I'm glad that I'm only cleansing one item that's a pile of ash. So I need to roll my wits writs. Do this. E. 7. This works. Oh, no! No! Alright. Well, because I had
What did you do this time, colleague?
successes, it failed.
Oh god.
So I don't wind up cleansing it.
Oh god. We're gonna leave her spirits now. Darn.
So, nope, I can't just drop it into the water. But I'm gonna take it out of the Umbra in this 5 and here. Okay, so Air is just going to walk back over to where your character's name is Sophie, correct?
Yeah. Yes. So what's going on?
Walk over to where walk with the bucket and the Umbra over where the soap's out of there,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
or drop out of the Umbra. I'll spend the Gnosis to do it. And it's going to be on the other side of the crate so she doesn't startle her, but she's going to walk around the crate holding a 5-gallon bucket.
Okay. It's like, what's it? What is that? Air.
She says, I had a lot of cleaning to do. It was really dusty and dirty in there.
Oh.
She kind of lifts the lid of the 5-gallon bucket.
Okay. Wow. So what's in that? So there are a bunch of ashes. Is something I should know, or?
I'm sure there's ashes in the floor too because she had it up.
Okay. So what shall we do now?
Do you have somewhere you need to be? Did anything happen out here?
There's not much. There's not much. It's pretty quiet so
See
far.
any cars or anything?
Not really. I thought it was gonna be interesting trips here, but guess not.
Well, there's definitely a
Alright, so but did you need to take care did you take care of the stuff you need to take care of in there? Wherever you had to be? John? John?
As far as sorry, I was cutting in and out.
Alright, so well do you need to help them? Do you need to take care of anything else, or do you need me to help you more?
I think we're done here,
Okay.
but that leaves the question of, do you have somewhere you need to be? You probably shouldn't be wandering around the city alone at this hour.
Well, I have you, Air, to escort me around some places, right?
I can wear. Where do you need to go?
Okay. Actually, I need to be somewhere else, so I guess I have to report to somebody. So I assuming I'll be seeing you at the library again.
Quite possibly.
So I assuming you're the librarian of the library, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I check out the library. Yeah, well, I don't really go there that often, I'm not going to lie. But I'm definitely around.
Okay. I guess I could ask my friends about you then if I need to find you. Pretty sure my friend probably knows this area very well, probably. So, see you soon then.
Yes, thank you for keeping an eye out.
I didn't do much. Hope I helped, but I guess didn't do too much
Hey,
though.
hey, keeping an eye out even if nothing happened is plenty.
Okay. All right. I'll see you again. Yeah.
Yes. Nice to meet you, Sophie.
Nice to meet you. It's a flower for you. As you see, she gave you a rose out of nowhere.
Right. Okay. um Air is going to walk with this 5-gallon bucket
Yeah.
and is actually going to try to contact Marcus.
Okay.
Um, so I find myself in a bit of a predicament. I took care of some business, but it might be a bit strange per se. Wandering around the streets with a 5-gallon bucket. Um, do you by chance have a vehicle and can come pick me and my bucket up or send somebody for me and my bucket?
He says Vano will be over. He was over visiting me.
She'll give him a location. Thank you.
Well, I assume my characters probably look for another vampire probably nearby to see if she can get to the where the princess domain at least to introduce herself. So yeah. John.
There's your sire would probably be able to direct you to him, although, and we can handle that introduction in the blue book if you want.
Sure, yeah.
So
Blue book. Where's that actually?
we'll run through that. Did we have anything else we need to take care of in the scene? Arrow, get her
No,
right
picks
in.
her up. She's going to make it very clear that this needs to be cleansed before anything happens with it. We can't really take it onto the sept until it's cleansed. And Air tried. She's going to be very blatant and say, I tried, but I think I may have been otherwise distracted upon getting the hell out.
Yes.
And she will also explain that there's no longer a mysterious body in a facility to worry about.
You know what? He says you'll have someone take care of it.
Very well. She'll thank him for the ride. And I don't
So,
think I have
so I saw you.
anything else.
All right, that should do it. This has been another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam. Thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching.